taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Colorado Rockies, with a gloomy outlook heading into the season, definitely a long shot to contend. Singy, how do they outperform expectations and give that fan base some hope?
Boog, I got a feeling these fans are going to have to enjoy the little things this year. Maybe a fan favorite has a great season. Maybe a prospect really emerges or something. But this roster, it's just not cut out to go toe-to-toe with the league's best. I know it sounds like I'm writing them off already, but I'm really not. I mean, who knows? They have a hot start. Maybe the front office gets aggressive and adds some pieces, and they contend this year after all.
And now,
opening day festivities. So 2 down. Now it's the DH.
Number 1.
You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew she was going to be a star just coming up, making her way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Here's the swing and a drive, left field, and she knew it. That one felt good, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. She squared it up right away.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
Brendan Donovan, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Foul ball, still 0-2. He goes down looking.
Man, it's almost unfair that she can just pull that knuckleball out of her pocket and throw it up there in addition to her other pitches. It's unlike anything else she throws, and because she doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
1 down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish, and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman, at El Toro High School in California.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. She set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination. First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. It's on to inning number 2 in St. Louis. It's the Rockies. Back here in St. Louis, now it's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Gorman.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed. There's a strike.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I mean, trying to hit that pitch immediately after seeing a good fastball on the pitch before, just a brutal task, man. I don't envy this at all. You almost have to sit fastball and hope you get one you can put in place so you don't have to deal with the potential of seeing the knuckleball with 2 strikes.
And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just missed. 1 out, bases empty. Fastball for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Jordan Walker stands in now and watches strike 1. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Line drive. He makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the inning. And the batter now, Lucan Baker. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Thomas Sajazi, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2. On the ground to first. Shenton takes it to the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. And it's fouled away. 2 outs, base is empty. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that will drop foul. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as she sets him. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. There's a strike. Donovan, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Next offering is fouled back. Got him. Whiff number 9 for her in this game.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Nato comes in to take his cuts. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. The Cardinals yet to pick up a hit here. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Swing and a miss.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. She's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as her stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Throws to second, and he's out. He's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Norman.
Popped up. Estrada. But it's the pitcher that makes the play. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Ivan Herrera. And that is cut on and missed. And that's strike 1.
0-1.
The Redbirds trailing by a run here on opening day. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Grabs it on the run. And there's 2 down. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Down quietly. They're down 1-0. So digging in, number 1. Her homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Here comes a pitch. There's a swing and a drive.
Get over. Get over.
And it hits the fence. And she's got a double.
Having a really nice game here. That's her 2nd extra base hit. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise she put a great swing on it.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for 3rd. Got him swinging. Throw to 3rd. Ow! Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Lucan Baker. Swings through that one for strike 1.
When a pitcher's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now that's not going to help you get deep into her pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what she's offering that day.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now the shortstop, Thomas Sajazi. 0 for 1 so far. And that one fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Strike 2.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out swinging. And she strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the 7th. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that she can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Goes down looking. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Swings through that.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what she does.
And a swing and a miss. And she runs the strikeout total to 15 on the day. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is...
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Another scoreless inning. Pitching change here, Ryan Fernandez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Number 1 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Action in the pen down there. Zach Thompson getting ready to go. That one ripped. That's back there. And forget it. Another homer. Her second home run of the game. It's 4-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off her bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Gorman at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Out to short. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number 1.
She's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind her with another ground ball. Good execution.
Herrera in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1.
Well, Boog, it's obvious baseball has become a specialized sport, yet here's this unicorn on the mound capable of doing everything. I love her attitude, too. Most players focus on hitting or pitching, and some pitchers are extremely situational, but two-way players, just a different breed, man. It's so impressive to see what they do.
1 down, base is empty. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
There's a swing and a miss. The Rockies up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Make it 18 strikeouts on the day. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. And now the DH, number 1. She's provided a couple of memorable moments already today.
Yeah, Boog, 2 impactful home runs, and the second one came in the 8th inning. This player's swinging a red-hot bat in this one.
And that one is out of here, and she's gone yard again. That's her 3rd home run of the game. It's 8-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. She's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and she's just so locked in with her swing, and she's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching her pull it off as well.
Baker now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Her pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind her. That's why she's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Strike three, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Bases empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss as he was out front. You just don't see it that much anymore. A pitcher being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if she's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, she's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Got him looking for the K. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The Cards down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know she's going to stew a little bit over that 1 hit that she gave up.
One down. Next for the Rockies is the DH. Caught everyone's attention yesterday afternoon with 3 homers. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score the relay, and they almost caught her. She's back in time.
And that keeps her hitting streak going. She's making this look way easier than it is, Boog. Setting the record is hard enough, but to keep upping it every day like she is, I don't really know what to say anymore.
At this point, it honestly feels like it's never going to end. Absolutely remarkable. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw to 3rd. Save. Pitch misses there, and the count is filled up. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
On the ground to 3rd, and he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here in St. Louis, on to the 4th. Here's Colorado's DH, number 1. Malley back to work. She swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one is gone. That's her 4th home run of the series, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. Chris, she's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and she's got her timing locked in. She's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Boog, I wasn't sure she hit that one as hard as she needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Swings here and blasts one left field, and that should be extra bases. In safely with a double, her 2nd of the day.
She has had such a good day today. I don't think she's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. Woods Richardson checks the runner. One out and a runner at 2nd, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a miss. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Next to hit, Austin Shenton. 2 outs with a runner at third. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And next is the designated hitter. She's already homered here in this one. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Across is the runner from first. And it's now a 6-run lead. She's got a double, her 4th hit. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner takes off, swings and misses, struck him out. 2 down, bases empty. Next is the designated hitter. She's already homered in this game. Line drive, base hit. And her hot hitting continues.
They kept her in the yard that time, but all she's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get stuck.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and she easily steals the bag. And now she's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. There's the ball. Throw to third. Safe. And now that makes it 4 stolen bases in the game for her.
They are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. So up next, Austin Shenton. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that'll do it. Number 1 really stood out in this win. Racked up 5 hits, 1 of them a home run.
Really impressive work at the dish. She gave her
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Colorado Rockies. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. So the Colorado Rockies with a gloomy outlook heading into the season. Definitely a long shot. So 2 down. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Middle of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder. She's a major topic of conversation. The rare two-way player at the big league level. It's pretty early on in her major league career, but it's driving a lot of excitement around. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. And she starts her afternoon off right with a double.
Well, tack one more game onto her hitting streak, Boog. Every day this player just keeps making her record harder and harder to reach. I still can't believe what she's doing.
Yeah, neither can I. It's like she's playing on beginner mode out there. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. With a third, she's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. 2 outs and a runner at third here on opening day. Lifted in the air, right center field. Conine sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And that is the third. So runner at second, 2 down. Griffin Conine getting ready to hit. That one out to right. And it falls. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe at the plate. And it's 1-0.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Number 1 in the box now. Take strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
The last thing she wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Now it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-1. That's her 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This player is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. She's so good at getting her arms extended, and that's exactly what she did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch at that part of the plate, but she doesn't allow her wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luis Rengifo.
Second baseman, Luis Rengifo.
And the 0-2. To third, tag, got him. Now it's the right fielder, 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 doubles. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Not sure if she was expecting for the pitcher to come right at her, but she got a nice cookie there. And
oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Another homer. Her second home run of the game. It's 6-5. Well, that swing changes things.
yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time.
Another look at one of the most impressive home runs you'll ever see as StatCast gives us the full picture.
Yeah, projected more than 480 feet on its way over the fence, and I don't think we could watch this replay enough, Boog. I mean, just incredible. That was a swing that we're not going to soon forget.
One away. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Hernandez is just one strike away. That one to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Number 1 was a big contributor for them in the win. 4 hits, 2 of them leaving the yard.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time she came up. When a player is locked in.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And now the right fielder coming off a big one yesterday where she knocked in 5. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. She muscles that one out of here. That's her 3rd home run of the series. And the Rockies jump in front. It's 3-2. So the streak stays alive. Her 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. She's absolutely punishing mistakes right now she can't miss.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's a swing and a drive. Left field, and she knew it. Another homer. She's done it again. Her 2nd homer of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2. She absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run. Over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so players in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. She's got it, and there's 2 away. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. It's 5-3. 1 out. Runners at 1st and 2nd. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And she's gone yard again. That's her 3rd home run of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 8-4. She only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. She's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and she's just so locked in with her swing, and she's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching her pull it off as well.
Heaney back to work. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. Another homer. Her 4th home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 9-4.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game, they're just so rare, they're so special, and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
And this one looks like trouble. Now around 2nd, going for 3rd. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a beautiful triple from start to finish. Got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling, and I think he...
That one the other way. Toba. Go to first. Ball game. And the Rockies take the first 2 games of this series. Number 1 was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Colorado's DH. She is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like she could thrive in one of those sports too. Left field, way back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. They must be going crazy in the dugout. That's her 7th home run of the series. It's 2-0. And that's her 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And boom, if she goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, she's going to feel like she's going to get sit down to the minor leagues. She's so good at getting her arms extended, and that's exactly what she did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but she doesn't allow her wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Ripped on a line to center. And he makes the catch. And that is that. Back here in Denver, bottom of the inning at the plate. Number 1.
Number 1.
Gaddis back to work. Well struck left field. And that one is off the wall. Around first, heading for 2. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Action in the pen down there. Miguel Castro up and loosening in the pen. Shagwa warming up as well. She's trying for third. Got him swinging. Go to third. Safe. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies.
The center fielder, Mickey Moniak.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Misses outside, 2-1. Two outs with a runner at third. Just missed. Danny Jansen and a Colorado on deck circle. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Danny Jansen. Next offering misses. Ball 3.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one ripped. That is the inning. 2 left for Colorado, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. That one is absolutely belted. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Another homer. Her 8th of the series, and they lead it. It's 5-3. Singy, the ball is jumping off her bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Power versus power right there. Like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Number 1 had a sensational showing in the win. 2 homers on the day.
Really impressive work at the dish. She gave her teammates a lot of opportunities.
Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the Colorado Rockies. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Number 1, she's homered in 5 straight games. So, partner, some can't-miss at-bats coming our way from her.
Yeah, and I find it interesting because watching her in batting practice, she was
just about set to go and towing the slab. Number 1, and she's coming off a big year, Singy.
Yeah, and a huge key was health. I mean, to be able to take the ball as often as she did, have over 20 wins, you go into the offseason having gone to another level. And I think what happens is you come back the next year and you expect to pick up exactly where you left off.
Strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
James Wood stands in now and watches strike 1. That one misses in the dirt. Fastball for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black.
I mean, over and over again, she demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
2 outs, bases empty. Bounce to the right side, and that chance handled to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. End of a half inning. Here's Colorado's DH. Really interesting to see her continuing her career as a two-way player at the major league level. Definitely always a topic of conversation around the game.
Because it's so rare in baseball history, it gets people to...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. And just like that, her home run streak is up to 6.
She's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. She just can't miss every time she swings. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on her face right now, Boog. She's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, and off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and she gets to jog around the bases. Good for her.
Juan Yepes, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K's her third of the game.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. She's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Way out front for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Stone Garrett. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Swings through that. Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Got him. So she picks up her 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but she found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow her to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And that's in for a strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And she's up to 7 strikeouts in this one.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. She's looking very much on her game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already. So she's got a good pace going, no doubt. Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the second time today. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Number 1.
Line drive. Caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Young goes 5 feet 11 inches, 190 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It's always fascinating to watch a two-way player in baseball. I mean, the physical demand it requires to perform well at two very different parts of the game is immense.
Got him. That's her 9th strikeout so far.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Boy, now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball.
You know, Boog, players use different muscle groups when hitting compared to pitching, so managing the body of a two-way player is especially important. I'm always concerned about that oblique injury when you're swinging. These guys put themselves at risk of injury more than anyone else on the field. You can't try it without having a plan.
Low swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. A little bit low, and that's ball 1.
I got a ball.
2
1
down,
strike.
nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and she strikes out the side. We go to the top of the 5th, and now it's Juan Yepez.
Yepez.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
You know,
0-1's
these
the count.
Nationals just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Handles, throws to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
She's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind her with another ground ball.
0-1.
Good execution.
Strike 2.
She's got a great feel for her breaking ball today.
No ball, 2
And
strikes.
as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Veen gets under it. And there's 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. And now Yohan Moncada. And that is out of play. 2 outs. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. That one ripped. And that's going to bang against the wall. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Garrett.
The pitch. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
I'm impressed by the
0-1
number of
the count.
first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Here's the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And down on strikes he goes. Now a dozen strikeouts for her in this one. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It really looks like these
0-1.
hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
One out, bases empty. Got him looking. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for her in the game. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Nasim Nunez. And that drops in for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the
swing and a miss. And she strikes out the side for the fourth time. Top of inning number 7. And now the center fielder, Jacob Young. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
And down on strikes. And she runs the strikeout total to 15 on the day.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. What a game she's having. 16 Ks down. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one clips the corner.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. She's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
And add another K. That's number 17. What a game.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts.
Back here in Denver, digging in, Juan Yepez. First pitch swinging.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the pitcher credit on the mound, though. She went right after it.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The Rockies leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 8th. Ground ball right side. Steps on first for the out.
She's getting really close to this thing right now. Only 4 outs left, but it's going to be tough to get.
On the ground. And that one handled. Tosses to first. Nets go down 1-2-3. So down 24. So 1 out, nobody on. Next is the designated hitter. She's already homered in this game. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it one-hops the wall. Round second, taken for third. And her third hit of the game is a triple. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Activity in the Washington bullpen. Jacob Mizorowski looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And ball four, two aboard. So digging in, Mickey Moniak.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Outside low. And now 3-1. And a swing and a miss.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
And they're all loaded up.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
Now it's Jansen to hit. 2 outs. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. So they're all loaded up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Okay.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. All set to start the 9th in this one. Up now for Washington, Stone Garrett. And all eyes on the mound as she begins the 9th inning, working on a perfect game.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Nunez in the box again. Takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Tovar fires to first on the run, and history! It's a perfect game!
Just unbelievable. I was nervous up here in the booth. I can only imagine what her teammates and even she felt out there on the mound closing this thing out. Everyone will remember this perfect game. It'll be notched in Cooperstown forever.
Next is the designated hitter.
You talk about the power and the speed together. Well, we knew she was going to be a star just coming up, making her way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A solo shot for second homer of this series, and they cut into the deficit. It's 3-1. Singy, that's her 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. She's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot.
So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Line drive. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. Man at first, one away. There's a swing and a drive. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Another homer. Her second home run of the game, and this game is tied. It's 3-3. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200.
200 career home runs, that's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of players would dream of getting to. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Now it's the DH, number 1. And the way she's going in this one, we've been waiting for her spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This player's got 2 home runs already. Now she's going for number 3.
And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. It's a double, and she's 3 for 4 tonight. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
1 out and a runner at second. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball. Go to third. She's safe. Swing and a ground ball. Nunez tosses to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Next for the Rockies is the DH. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because she can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Line drive, base hit. The run scores from third. They lead it in the 8th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing, and there she doesn't try to do too much.
Number 1 was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A 4-hit performance, including a pair of homers.
Well, they may want to change how they approach her next time because she was just...
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now it's Luis Garcia. This one in the air right field. Makes a nice sliding catch.
Look here as she tracks it. Great sliding catch to end the inning, and she saved a run.
Now it's the right fielder.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swung on, belted. That one back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A gigantic blast. That's her 4th home run of the series. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-0. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive.
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the Nerd Herd and StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit them much farther than that, Boog. Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and she really showed us something right there.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Coming home. He will score. In there safely. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. And strike two. Movement in the bullpen. Chase Sugar looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Mizorowski warming up as well. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back here at Coors Field, digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Jacob Young. That one out to right. Brings it in. And a quick out, number one. Back to the top of the lineup at the plate, Jacob Young. Slice to right. And that's down. A base hit. Now he'll turn for second. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Young around third. The relay to the plate. Save. He comes all the way around for an inside the park home run. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is going to go. Another homer. She's done it again. Her second homer of the game. And they add to the lead. It's 6-1.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here's Juan Yepes. That one hit to right. Squeezes it, and that'll do it. So it's 2 runs on. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. So in now for Colorado, number 1. Well, in their win last game, this player came up with 2 home runs. Obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Ripped towards third. Moncada tossed to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Hernandez is just 1 strike away. He caught it behind his back. And what a play. Ball game. Number 1 really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. 2 homers on the day.
No question, Boog. She was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort.